The latest update for Once Human brings significant new content and changes, scheduled to go live after maintenance on January 16th. The highlight of this update is the introduction of the Visional Wheel, a mysterious, multi-dimensional anomaly with an unknown origin that reshapes gameplay across all dimensions. This feature introduces visional scenarios with unique rules that impact survival, combat, and overall gameplay. These scenarios are accessible through a sign-up system, and each cycle of the Visional Wheel lasts approximately 3 months, resetting at the end of each cycle to generate new anomalies. The first Visional Wheel cycle, named Lunar Oracle, begins on January 16th and runs until April 24th. This scenario introduces the effects of a crimson moon that illuminates the wilderness at dusk, significantly altering gameplay. Deviants gain enhanced stats under its light, while players experience a steady loss of sanity when outside their territory, down to a minimum of 20%. Sanity can only be recovered by defeating enemies, as the natural recovery rate is drastically reduced. While this condition, called Lunacy, creates challenges, it also provides buffs to resource acquisition that increase as the player's HP decreases. Players infected with Lunacy gain the ability to see the world's true form, revealing hidden oracle crates in settlements and increasing the number of deviated plants in the wilderness. However, these advantages come with risks, such as the chance of triggering deviant attacks while gathering resources. If a player dies, the Crimson Moon grants a blessing that temporarily protects them from Lunacy, but they lose a portion of their Lunar Whispers, a limited-time currency based on their sanity level at the time of death. Lower sanity results in greater losses. Lunar Whispers play a key role during this scenario. They are earned by defeating enemies and participating in various game modes. The lower a player's HP during Lunacy, the more Lunar Whispers they collect. These whispers must be used before they expire. Oracle crates, which appear in settlements, require Lunar Whispers to unlock. These crates contain rewards such as exclusive formulas to enhance player abilities, mods with the lunar suffix, animal skins, and unique deviations specific to the Lunar Oracle. The crates vary in grade, with higher-grade crates requiring more Lunar Whispers. During this period, players can enhance their abilities by mixing and matching gear, mods, deviations, dishes, and medicine related to the Lunar Oracle theme. The wilderness becomes significantly more dangerous during a Lunar Oracle. Deviants grow more aggressive, deal increased damage, and unique elite enemies appear in settlements. Events like the Prime War and Stronghold Conquest are influenced by the anomalous vision and lunacy, adding new layers of difficulty. Chaos Weaver events, if triggered, further combine Lunar Oracle effects with environmental conditions like blizzards or volcanic storms, making survival even more challenging. To adapt to these threats, players are encouraged to experiment with different combinations of gear and abilities tailored to this scenario. The update includes a clear schedule of events for players to follow. Starting January 16th, all Visional Scenarios, including the Lunar Oracle, open for registration. On February 13th, the exclusive Crimson Moon event launches, offering unique skins as rewards. On March 13th, Lunar Oracle gameplay is upgraded with the appearance of a mysterious shadow, adding new dynamics and challenges to the existing scenario. While the Lunar Oracle is the main focus of this update, standard scenarios without these effects will still be available, allowing players to choose their preferred gameplay experience. The Visional Scenario system ensures a dynamic and ever-changing environment that keeps the gameplay fresh and engaging. To address the repetitive nature of the current hard difficulty scenarios, these modes will be replaced by Visional Scenarios. For players who find the new scenarios too challenging, regular versions of each type will remain available. The updated schedule can be accessed through the sign-up system. Additionally, the cooldown for exiting scenarios has been removed, and players will receive a free scenario exit card, making transitions smoother. The update also brings exciting new gear to enhance gameplay. Among the new weapons are the Critical Pulse, which generates orb lightning pulses through consecutive power surges, the Primal Rage, which uses HP as ammunition, and the Hazardous Object, an explosive pistol designed to maximize chaos on the battlefield. New unique armor pieces add more strategic depth. The overloaded pants temporarily grant unlimited ammunition after dealing power surge damage multiple times. The charmed mag top increases the chance of firing extra bullets in fast gunner status, with the likelihood improving as magazine ammunition decreases. The Viper mask significantly boosts the range of unstable bomber and increases its damage proportionally to its range. The Treacherous Tides armor set offers cumulative bonuses depending on the number of pieces equipped. Benefits include weapon damage reduction, buffs to weapon, and status damage when HP is below 70%, reduced sanity effects on max HP, and a protective shield when health is critically low. New mods provide further opportunities for players to customize their builds. Helmet mods like Weapon Symphony boost fire rate and weapon damage after switching weapons, though the effect diminishes over time. Quick Toss enhances fire rate and replenishes the magazine after using a throwable item. Top mods, such as Ardent Shield, offer improved survivability by granting additional damage reduction and ensuring shields block damage effectively. Pants mods, like Elemental Resonance, grant elemental damage buffs based on previous magazine performance, while Critical Surge increases critical damage after reloading from an empty magazine. Shoe mods, such as Against All Odds and Power of Striving, focus on damage output, with buffs scaling based on damage taken or stamina expenditure. Lower stamina levels result in stronger buffs, making these mods ideal for stamina-intensive playstyles. The introduction of the Lunar Oracle suffix adds a fresh layer of depth to mod customization. In scenarios with the Blood Moon tag, players can discover Lunar Oracle crates containing mods with this unique suffix. These mods grant increasing buffs to critical, elemental, weapon, and status damage as HP decreases. They are applicable to helmet and top mods, allowing players to create builds that thrive under high-pressure situations. Cradle overrides have undergone a comprehensive overhaul to better match player preferences. Row 1 now offers a 15% damage increase for specific weapon types and a 100% bonus against designated super anomaly types. Row 2 provides bonuses tied to weapon switching, reloading, and shielding mechanics, while Row 3 focuses on enhancing bullet effects, weak spot damage, and melee attack buffs. Row 4 emphasizes elemental damage mechanics, burn effects, and shrapnel-related bonuses. Finally, Row 5 introduces unique buffs for specific weapon mechanics such as Fortress Warfare, Power Surge, and Fast Gunner. It also includes benefits for melee-focused builds, giving players more control over their combat effectiveness. The game is participating in the Twitch Drops Festival, which will run from January 16th, 2025 to February 12th, 2025. This event brings exciting rewards, including the introduction of the new subs drop system. To unlock exclusive rewards, players can gift subscriptions to their favorite streamers. This is a great way to support content creators and join the fun of the festival. During the event, players can earn rewards by either gifting subscriptions or watching streams. The first reward, the Cradle skin, is unlocked by gifting a subscription to a streamer. For watching streams, players can earn several rewards based on the total amount of time watched. After watching for 1 hour, players will receive the weapon sticker. After 2 hours of watching, the weapon charm will be unlocked. The Elegant Guest is earned after watching for 3 hours, and after watching for 4 hours, players will receive the Serpent's Hold reward. I'd like to invite you to join my regular streams on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you, and see you there. Moving on, combat environment tags have been updated to Void, Coherence, and Phase, each bringing unique challenges and requiring specific countermeasures. Void Deviants now start with shields that significantly reduce most forms of damage, and to counter this, players can use Cradle overrides, such as Anti-Void. Coherence Deviants carry a special device that renders them invincible while it remains intact, but players can deal with them by utilizing the Anti-Coherence Cradle. Phase Deviants have high damage reduction. However, players can overcome this by using the Anti-Phase Cradle. A new deviation, the Wish Box, has been introduced, offering unique utility. By placing it in the isolated securement unit, players can access it within their territory. The Wish Box features a separate storage space that transforms any items placed inside into different items every hour, creating opportunities to gain unexpected resources. It can be purchased from the Stellar Planula shop or found in Morphic crates. Note that only the owner can interact with the Wish Box, and items stored inside will be lost if the box is discarded. The Wish Machine prize pools have been updated with 2 phases of new content. Starting January 16th, prize pools include Critical Power Surge, which features the legendary weapon blueprint Critical Pulse, Contradictory Shrapnel, offering the blueprint for conflicting memories, and Overload Power Surge, containing legendary gear blueprints like Overloaded Pants, Blackstone Pants, Blackstone Gloves, and Blackstone Mask. On January 30th, additional prize pools will be introduced, such as Raging Barrel with the legendary weapon blueprint Primal Rage, Tranquil Frost featuring Silent Anabasis, and Magic Gunslinger offering legendary gear like Charmed Mag Tops, Treacherous Tides Helmet, Treacherous Tides Pants, and Treacherous Tides Shoes. The update also includes a gender conversion feature, allowing players to change their character's gender. To do this, players need to build a floor mirror in their territory and interact with it to access the character selection screen. Using a Metamorphosis token, which can be purchased from the shop for 1 energy link, players can finalize the change. Additional tokens can also be acquired using Kriskins. The shop has been expanded with Spring Festival-themed items and promotions. New Lightforge loot crates include Frostshade, available from January 17th, featuring limited-time legendary items such as the Tidal Hunt vehicle skin, Cambrian Nightfall character set, Nightbreaker MG4 weapon skin, and Starry Cloud bed furniture. Pyro Glide will make a return on January 27th, offering items like the legendary vehicle skin Pyro Glide, Psychedelic Skull character set, and Primordial Flame weapon skins. Additional items like the Rocky Fun Collection and Gale Bolt set are available now, while more content, including Party Icon, Wild Feast, and Floravox Cabin, will be added in subsequent updates throughout January and February. The Spring Festival event is a major highlight of this update, running from January 16th to February 23rd. It brings a wide variety of free rewards, including over 10 cosmetic and furniture items, 2 exclusive deviations, 3 unique recipes, and more than 10,000 star chromes. Players can log in weekly to unlock rewards, earn Spring Festival-themed dishes, and take part in the Wild Wish Party. The Wishland Party Island has been given a festive makeover, featuring the return of Eternal and Carnival crates and a new parkour event. Wacky Racing offers a high-speed challenge influenced by the Lunar Oracle, while the Lunar Oracle Dungeon Challenge provides an intense combat experience under its effects. Players can also work toward completing the Spring Festival Lucky Painting by collecting themed outfits, which unlock the New Year's painting, decorations, and a lucky bag. Daily gifts will be available throughout the event, with an additional special gift unlocked on the day of the Lantern Festival. Next big topic is balance changes and fixes. First, bounce attacks have been fixed to no longer target friendly units by default, addressing an issue that previously caused problems with tactical items. The tactical combat boots now replenish ammunition at a rate of 1 bullet per second, which is a nerf for Doombringer users. Kumawink has had its description corrected, with the bounce damage now increased by 75%. Previously, the description mentioned a 30% bounce damage increase, but now it is fixed at 75%. Additionally, the Precision Bounces mod description has been updated, with the damage boost after 6 triggers now at 125%, up from 50% as previously stated. The Pyro Dino's explosion damage has been reduced from 300% to 240%. It's important to note that Pyro Dino's damage is determined by the player's psi intensity, with level 5 dealing 1200% psi intensity damage. Brahmani now has a 75% chance to trigger bounce on hit, up from the previous 60%. The damage dealt by the bounce remains at 35%, and the number of bounces is still set at +2. Little Jaw's Unstable Bomber effect has also seen an increase in its damage. Previously, each increase in Unstable Bomber delay added 10% more damage. Now, for every 0.1 second delay, the damage increases by 15%. The cooldown of Unstable Bomber remains the same at 0.9 seconds, and it continues to deal 40% less damage in PvP. The Predator has been slightly modified. The previous effect of dealing 2% weapon damage for every consecutive hit, up to 40%, has now been increased, with the new cap set at 60%. The effect is now halved when switching targets, and the previous bonus for having more than 50% of the magazine size remains unchanged, providing 40% attack when the ammo is above the halfway mark. Additionally, the chance to trigger Fast Gunner on hit is still 40%. Conflicting Memories has also undergone an adjustment. Shrapnel now triggers every 12 hits, but the shrapnel damage has been reduced by 30% against players. The magazine size needed to trigger additional parts of shrapnel has been adjusted. It now triggers one additional part for every 32 magazine size, up from the previous one additional part per 40 magazine size. The magazine size still increases by 40, and the damage of shrapnel increases by 10% every 15 extra bullets when exceeding 90 bullets in the magazine. In terms of movement speed, several issues have been addressed. The bug that allowed players to exceed the maximum movement speed after eating Stardust Ratatouille has been fixed. The Golden Wool effect now gives a roll speed bonus between 10% and 25%, a more reasonable range compared to the previous range of 30% to 100%, which caused players to roll too fast. Additionally, Stardust Corn Ale now properly grants 20% sprint speed, rather than just affecting jump height. The effects of snow trekking gear and enhanced snow trekking gear no longer stack, making their effects more balanced. The stat panel has been updated to show both sprint speed and roll speed bonuses, making it easier for players to track these stats. The maximum movement speed bonus has been increased from 20% to 30%. The sprint speed bonus has been increased from 20% to 40%, while the maximum roll speed bonus has been reduced from 100% to 60%. These bonuses apply to all movement states, with sprint speed affecting only sprinting and roll, speed affecting the initial speed of rolling. It's also worth noting that Arrow Leap's mechanics have been adjusted. A bug that caused excessive speed after dashing with Arrow Leap has been fixed. Players can now hold the roll button to extend the dash distance, using stamina to do so. Developer notes have been included to address ongoing issues. They acknowledge the concerns regarding delayed bug fixes and communication. Going forward, issues will be reported in regular announcements even before fixes are made, with developers promising to explain the reasoning behind balance changes more transparently. The team also emphasized that they would be more cautious with nerfs to items that require significant time investment from players, taking care not to diminish the value of hard-earned resources or effort. Next big change is to the teleportation system. Teleportation now shares a unified cooldown timer when returning to a campsite, your territory, or a teammate's territory. A new item, the Anti-Blockage Capsule, has been added to the game. When used, it resets the teleportation cooldown, allowing players to teleport immediately. This item can be found in medicine boxes in the wilderness. Additionally, the cooldown for teleporting back to a campsite, territory, or a teammate's territory will now reset after participating in public crisis events like the Dark Side, Dig to Hell, Paradise Lost, Fatal Signal, and more. Moreover, if a player gets stuck in the Foundation due to network or loading issues after teleporting back to their territory, a prompt will appear, and the player's position will be automatically corrected once the loading is complete. In terms of social features, players can now chat with strangers, and a trade message filter has been added to the World Chat channel. This allows players to collapse trade messages and keep their chat box distraction-free. Cosmetic optimizations include changes to the soft body physics of fashion items, the standing pose of female characters on the character screen and in the wilderness, and the appearance and physics of the chest on the basic female character model. Interactive animations and standing poses of characters in the territory have also been optimized. Lighting in the wilderness, including indoor, outdoor, and low-light environments, has been adjusted to improve character appearance. Fashion items like Nighttime Rose, Sailor Spirit, Star of Tomorrow, Combat Medic, and Frosty Glory now properly cover the feet when the character is barefoot or wearing footwear that partially reveals the feet. The preview images for stickers and decals in the shop and Lightforge loot crate interfaces have also been optimized. In combat, the appearance of the quick switch ammo function has been optimized, along with the display of the stats screen. Stats of the same category are now grouped under descriptive subheadings, making it easier for players to understand what each stat does. For the Wilderness, the display quality of some areas has been optimized, and the damage of the laser gun's laser beam has been increased. Turn signs have been added to some roads to improve navigation, and paths in Wishland have been optimized. Lighting effects for the player character in the Wilderness have been enhanced. Weather change alerts now appear more frequently, and players can manually set the alert frequency in the settings. The drop mechanics of the Chaos Weaver have been adjusted so that drops can now be collected by moving within 50 meters after they appear. The server selection process has been optimized, as well as scenario recommendations for returning players. The player sign-up limit for each server will now be lifted after a certain number of days. The Evolution's Call Novice scenario will be discontinued starting January 16th, as it was considered too challenging for new players. The Manibus Novice scenario will remain, as it better showcases the game's features. A new hidden loot crate has been added to the securement silos, which can be opened with controllers. Mysterious deviations will spawn inside the securement silo, and defeating them will reveal a hidden loot crate containing mods, weapons, energy links, or Stardust Source. In storage, the item transfer process has been optimized. When depositing items into the vault or space-time backpack, the items with the lowest value will be replaced first. Other changes include adjustments to the appearance of the Shadowhound's shadow in the main story task, and the ability to check deviation trade details in the backpack. Drops from temperature-affecting facilities have been increased, and the glide key can now be customized separately. The download center screen has been optimized, and the location for using redemption codes has been changed. Bug fixes address a variety of issues. In public crisis events, players no longer fall underground when teleporting to the public crisis event. The Seed of Life will no longer get stuck on certain terrain types during cargo conquest, and the public crisis event, Surge of Fish, will no longer appear outside the scenario map in Prism vs. Clash. Additionally, a cosmetic issue where high-heeled shoes became distorted, causing the character's sitting pose to float in the air, has been fixed. The shop had some display issues that are now resolved. Items in the romantic Misty Purple Street Building's panel pack were displayed incorrectly but have been corrected. Lag when viewing ranched animals has been fixed, and a load-bearing calculation issue when placing a water pump in the territory has been resolved. Ceilings no longer leak water, and fish tank interaction permissions have been updated. Now, only friends with storage permissions can interact with the fish tank. The Monolith's map icon will now change after it is cleared in boss dungeons or securement silos. Various other fixes have been applied. Visual effect errors have been resolved, and players no longer get stuck on sulfur outcrops when inputting specific controls. A tip saying the building does not exist when using a controller to apply home decor cosmetics has been fixed, along with an issue where the claim all and back buttons would overlap when interacting with territory facilities using a controller. Deviation-related fixes include corrections to incorrect deviation spawn descriptions in the Manibus scenario. Morphic loot crates now correctly drop loot crates after enemy death. Vehicle-related bugs have also been addressed. Vehicles will no longer explode suddenly, and players can now dismount vehicles stuck on rocks or walls. Let me know what you think about this update, and don't forget to join our Once Human Discord. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel to stay updated on Once Human, and don't forget to leave a like. If you'd like to support me even further, consider joining my YouTube membership. A huge shout out to my amazing supporters: Damian Rizadkowski, Gerard, Vitali, Kiayez, and 327.